The Po' Boy Pundits podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Po' Boy Pundits with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the political headlines that grab our attention and all those little jerks
all
that
those
infuriate
cuts
us.
and everything that we were talking about. I get to text my brother who manages a team with I won't say the company or whatever.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, I mean
he's not on the severed floor, so.
No, though he probably wishes he was. In that, I mean, so they have to handle, and he was asking his managers about it going into the Trump presidency, like, what are we going to do if he cuts all these jobs? Because they handle federal unemployment claims.
Oh, right.
And then all of a sudden as of right now,
busy.
Yeah, judges have paused it, but you kind of want to go like, he's probably going into work like, we got to get fucking ready for this shit. But you're going like close to over 800,000 people could in one day file unemployment. And then they
if they file it, though, then where's the money going to come from?
So whether it's that buyout plan or they get their
fucking bonkers. He's paying people to go away.
Right. But that's handled, through these contracts. And so there would be somebody like my brother who has to manage a team that is filing and approving and trying to figure out where money goes where and shit like that. And it's just, you go like, it's not as simple. In Trump's bubble, it's like, oh, I snap my fingers, it's done. I'm Thanos,
right,
I'm
like
good.
There's 1,000 people here.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's 12.
But then there's like another 1,000 people that have to help clean up this fucking mess.
Right, they're just making.
And they're going to be doing it for, the next several months, 24 hours a day. Like,
until September.
Yeah.
Right? That's when this, what do you call it? Their severance package?
Right. It's
is
supposed
what he's
to,
giving?
yeah.
No, it's fucking bribery. It's like, you take this money and get paid for a few more months, or I'm firing your fucking ass and you're not getting anything.
Right, which you're used to hearing that, like, when a hedge fund is under investigation by, like, the FCC or something.
Yeah.
Or the FTC.
Any kind of Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what it's like, oh, yeah, take this and then you won't be charged with anything.
Right.
Not like, hey, you've been a really good civil servant. Get the fuck out.
Here's your watch, okay, and your plaque, and your check.
Here's your Trump diamond watch.
There you go, and your Trump pin.
You get some Trump sneakers.
you get all the Trump accoutrement that he's been selling. They just put it in a box.
They give instead of money, they get a free tuition to Trump University.
Jesus Christ.
Start your new career.
For 27 years of service, you get this box of shit worth $1.75.
Yeah. And I'm just saying,
that is terrible.
If you're seeing them doing that to just your average
civil
servant, you got to be thinking like dudes in the military are like, what the fuck? Like, what are they going to do to us when they want to clean house?
National parks?
Yeah.
Done.
Right.
Done.
Yeah, park rangers are going to be gone.
Not all of that.
Yeah.
There'll be a fucking mess. There will be no upkeep, nothing.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Close all the shops, close the front door, have a nice fucking day.
No, I mean
they'll be open.
Yeah, well, and they'll probably try and find private contractors, and then they'll go back to the way that the national park started, where in like Yosemite they were trying to build gaudy hotels and like Ferris wheels next to like El Capitan and shit like that.
Like they're gonna do in Gaza.
Yeah. Well,
thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
I threw a meatball down there.
Yep, and I hit it like Stanton blasted one today and second at bat into orbit. Keep that up, kid. Don't get hurt.
Yeah. He's getting hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
Okay, sorry. We're sorry.
You mean you're talking about the Middle East Riviera?
It'll be beautiful. We'll build beautiful homes that they can never come back to ever again.
They can work there.
We will be glad to give you work visas.
What was the line from Grosse Point Blank? You can't ever go home, but you can shop there.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Fuck.
That will be. Yeah, that's his plan. His plan is for, like, not the Gaza Strip anymore. It'll be like Trump's.
Yeah. Yeah. What's
international Trump strippers.
Yeah. What is Arabic for Vegas?
Yeah. That's. He'll be like, I have a Vegas. You got a Vegas. I got a Vegas.
He has a really good track record with casinos too,
and hotels. But he's fucking on point, man. He'll go over there and take care of that shit.
How fucking sad is that for those people? Like your whole community has been destroyed. Correct. And then somebody's looking at it of like we're gonna have a film festival there soon. Like we just want our school and our home and our hospital. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I need, and maybe some police
or
peacekeepers
or food.
Those things. What? The balls on this man to say this as an outside, has absolutely nothing to do with it other than we're just trying to keep the peace, right? That's what we should be doing.
Yeah, because I mean,
cocksucker's like, it's all good, we're good, ceasefire. We will just take this right here, and that's mine.
And then what was his whole thing of like, oh well, they can go to like these other countries, and immediately those other countries were like, no.
It was like Jordan and not Egypt.
No, because like Egypt has already said like we can't handle it.
What was the other one? There was another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all went. Yeah, no.
Well, and that's how he would fuck up Saudi Arabia. Would be like, well, why don't you all take him? And they're like, no.
Like, we're good here. You see how much money we have? Well, last time you were here, you were sucking this guy's dick because he had so much money.
Yeah. But thank you, dump a humanitarian crisis on us. Like, no, we're not friends
right now.
Anymore.
We have it can be contained, right? It's terrible, but at this point, like, we can do right and we can keep it there. This cocksucker's going to have the Middle East at war.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, and we didn't even put that on there. Like fucking Iran apparently is trying to get al-Assad back in.
Yeah, I saw that.
Stop.
We asked how long it would take.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily for him, but how long
they were actually. I mean, and I'm not saying like the new Syrian government wasn't picking a side on anything, but they were nearly established, and then you gotta fucking put the dude who like clearly and that's the other sad part. Like it took until rebels actually winning, and then everybody was like, "Oh yeah, that guy was terrible."
And now it's like, you know what?
Let's put him back.
I think he's all right. I think he learned his lesson.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you're backed by Putin and by the Iranian government, which is
right. I think even North Korea came out.
We need to hire French intelligence to do a couple of coups and assassinations and shit. Because they actually get shit done. The CIA doesn't do that anymore.
Man,
so.
The CIA doesn't do anything.
They're information gatherers.
North Korea even came out and told Trump, like, taking over Gaza's a bit too much. Like, we wouldn't do that.
Right. It's like, you don't give all those people porn.
Right.
We know what happens.
Like, don't. What are you, crazy? We're going to clean it out. It's going to be great. Put beautiful new homes, big, beautiful homes that they can come back to.
But, I mean, isn't that, like, it's so on the nose for, like, his family of, like, let's clear out the brown people.
Right, and then we'll build this giant thing.
Yeah, this gaudy monstrosity.
On the government's tab.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to worry about, like, defaulting.
And you don't hear Netanyahu going like, well, hey, we'd like casinos on our shore. He's not saying that.
No.
But he's also not going...
He's gonna,
that fucking guy, like, Jesus.
He was in there with Trump. Trump was like, we'll give you 20% off the top. How about that? Come on.
He's fucking Hyman Roth.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to set up That's okay. Whatever.
This rebellion's not that much. We could just take it back, and then we'll build our casinos again. What do you think, Michael?
What do you think?
Leave the bag of money on the table.
That's 20% every month. That's what he wants. Okay, moving on to more.
No, but it's like that's just a funny like twist of a fictional story in that Netanyahu is like Michael Corleone.
Yes.
And Donald Trump is Hyman.
He got Fredo killed, by the way.
Yeah, that was going to happen to Fredo.
But I'm just saying, like, that guy.
Yeah.
He's the reason that Fredo turned into, like, the meat guy and, like, smoking the cigarettes and on cocaine guy.
Well, yeah, and then running his mouth at the club.
Correct. On cocaine. He should be in Guantanamo Bay. Sorry,
just hitting them, checking the boxes.
Yeah, so who is the Justice Department? Is it Bondi?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was up to her.
Crazy Florida lady, yeah.
Right. Who was his attorney during his first impeachment trial.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, he had a slew of idiots.
That's right, Dershowitz was the second one, but yeah. Not to get into that.
Nope. Nope. If it was up to her, like, we would send everybody to Guantanamo Bay.
It's not that big, though. I mean,
it holds like 300 people.
Yeah.
If that.
And don't we still have 9/11 dudes there?
No, I think they like.
Or did we get rid of them?
Yeah, I think we kind of cleaned it out after Hillary Clinton threw a big fit. Had nothing to do with the photos that were going around. But yeah, it doesn't hold that many. I think they were just like, oh, look, man, we could send them there.
Well, and then like, God, wouldn't that be poetic if like it just becomes a prison and then the Cuban government takes it over?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
freeze them all.
Who funds that? We do?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's about to be done.
It's an American military base. I mean, it's...
In where?
Cuba. Cuba.
That ought to work out just fine.
Right.
With a bunch of, brown people.
Well, I mean, we've all seen A Few Good Men. I mean, it's supposed to be a Marine and occasional naval base. Correct. To make sure that Cuba doesn't do any get out of line and blah blah blah.
Now we turned it into an international prison.
Right, because it's in international waters.
But we have a fucking Leavenworth.
Right, but that's on American soil, so American law applies.
Oh, right, I see what you're saying. But there, we can torture all the people we want, and it's okay.
And even, and I think, too, because it dates... I don't know how they hung on to it after
the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Or just the Cuban Revolution. Because, originally, it's like... the agreement was we leased that land from Cuba.
Really?
Yeah. So...
I had no idea.
I mean, that was the original agreement.
Yeah, well.
Like, after the Spanish-American War.
It was a long, long, long time ago.
Yeah. But then, now, again, like I said, I never thought about going back and going, how do we hang on to that after the Cuban Revolution? Because then that whole lease should go away.
Apparently, we hang on to it so we can turn it into a concentration camp.
Yeah.
Because that's effectively what they want to do.
That's a good use of our military as well as
money.
Yeah, prison
resources,
guards. Yeah,
all that stuff for these criminals.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, didn't even The Hague be like, "Nay, you can't do that," and Trump's like, "I don't give a shit."
That's what it comes down to. Is at what point does someone slap him and go no?
You already got the Pope. I think most of the UN, the EU is definitely dude.
Right, with everything, Canada and Mexico. I can't believe this is all going to come down to Clarence Thomas.
And Samuel Alito.
All of this is in their lap.
Yeah, to a man who vacations in an RV.
The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Po' Boy Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion,
Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.